So hi guys, you may be wondering what's this video about. Well, this video is about Merdeka and how Malaysia became Malaysia, and this is also talking about how Merdeka became a holiday. And make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video where we have a short interview session featuring some of our members as well as our officers. Thank you for watching and happy Merdeka. What do you think Merdeka means, and why is it such a big deal?
I think Merdeka means independence or freedom, and I think it's a big deal as to show that Malaysia is a free country.
What I think Merdeka means is the independence of our country, Malaysia, and it's a big deal because it's the day that we actually get our independence from Britain or something. Yeah.
Merdeka is the day where Malaysia became a country.
I don't know.
I think Merdeka ultimately means independence. So independence from the British rule at that time, if my sejarah is not wrong. And what does it mean for Malaysians? I think it means a lot for Malaysians because I think we take pride in it quite a lot because they fought a long battle, right, to gain an independence. But I think for myself ultimately what it is like the I guess a birth of nationality. So it's at that time you got Malays, Indians, Chinese, and then we're all living amongst each other when Malaysia wasn't Malaysia yet. And now we call each other Malaysian no matter what race you are. So I find that this cultural diversity is what makes it beautiful. Yeah.
Okay.
Question, can you tell me about the time Malaysia became independent? And also who were the important people during Merdeka? I'll give you 3 options. Tunku Abdul Rahman, Michelle Yeoh, or Tun Razak.
A. Tunku Abdul Rahman.
How the
I will choose Tung Abdul Rahman because he is actually he was the person who actually declared Merdeka. He said Merdeka 7 times, which also brings a lot of people united as one during that conversation because we all live in the same country, so we all know the things, and then we also know when is our independence, so it also unites everyone. Yeah.
Okay. Should be A, right? Tunku Abdul Rahman.
Tun Razak?
I wasn't born during that time, so I wasn't there to witness the independence. But from what I know, it was a very basically nationwide event, and everybody came together in the Dataran Merdeka Square. I think it was the Dataran Merdeka Square, and then they came, and then Tunku Abdul Rahman, I believe was the one who shouted Merdeka, right? Yeah. So it was a very patriotic time. I think a very proud time for Malaysians.
How does learning about Merdeka and Malaysia's past make you feel about being Malaysian? What parts do you like? Do you find cool or interesting?
I find it cool that there's a lot of different famous people or people that are important to our history that were involved in finding our freedom in the country.
We need this as a Malaysian because we will need to know our country's history, what happened before, what happened last time as well. So yeah.
I feel proud to be a Malaysian. Malaysia has good food. Yeah, very, very good food. Yeah.
I agree, agreeable.
Happy.
Going to the first part, how does learning about Merdeka and Malaysia's past make you feel about being Malaysian? I think how it makes me feel is I feel very Malaysian. Very, very part of a very rich history, and one that I find I really enjoy sharing about with my friends who aren't Malaysian, for example. So because as some of you already know, I went overseas to study, right? So it's a lot of cultural exchange over there, a lot of talks about what's our history. So talking about our history with them and explaining how Malaysia came about, I think it swells my heart with pride, I guess, but not pride in a sense where hey, we're better than anyone else, but it's pride in a sense where it's such a rich, just a very rich history, and how a lot of people work hard to reach this point as well. I'm just thinking about Malaysian food. food, definitely. How we have such a big range. Culture. We have so many different festivals, so many public holidays. It's honestly like such a blessing to have like so many public holidays. And the weather, I find the weather is quite cool as it is now because it's just rain. But but it's like it's less drastic than I would say like some other countries. For example, in the UK, it was like you can never trust the weather forecast. It will say it's sunny, and then the next thing you know, it snows. So like, I just realized like how much I took Malaysia weather for granted lah. So I find the Malaysia weather a blessing.
Do you think Merdeka still matters to kids our age?
Yes, definitely.
Why?
I think it's an important thing for kids to know that the history behind our country and many different aspects that form what is known as Malaysia today.
Yes, because we last time we weren't born then, so we actually don't know like what happened last time. So we actually need this so that at least we know something about Malaysia like, in history. Yeah.
Yes, they do matter. Because Malaysia is a very, very big part. Even though our country is not that big, a lot of visitors do come by, so it does matter.
Yes,
Why?
because it looks fun.
Some of them, I guess, don't really care. Some of us do care. I don't know. It's quite a mix. But generally, I think people have some sort of understanding about Merdeka and understanding of how our culture works lah. And I do feel there's like a lot of appreciation around it as well. So yeah, even like down to the languages and all that, how we have like so many slang. So people do talk about that a lot of the times, make jokes or comments about it, like in a good way, yeah.
Thank you for your time, Daryl.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Nathaniel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Sahajan.
No worries.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Sayang anak Malaysia, sayang anak Malaysia, sayang anak Malaysia.